So probably what's going to happen is after you do the vacuuming and stuff and run it for another couple weeks, you're going to want to pull that band off and pull them filters out and spray them off and then put them back in.
Okay.
And then you got valves to turn those off. So when you get into that filter there, you need to turn all these valves off.
Just the front one.
Yes, all
None
these
o-
in
none
the
over
front,
there.
none up there. Turn off these two, this one, and then all those.
Okay.
That way, when you pull it out, you don't have water rushing down to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you think I need to? Can I go with the water I have in the pool?
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I don't know.
And once the water warms up, you'll be able to get your salt cell working. Well, you need salt. Plus, the salt cell will only generate when the water's like 50, 55 and above. Right now, your water's at like 50. So even if you had the right salt parts per million, your salt cell still is not going to generate because the water's too cold.
What does the salt cell do? What is
It
that?
generates chlorine.
Oh,
So it's got an electric. It works
out
on.
of the salt.
It works on an electrolysis charge. So that salt cell has plates in it, and it works on amperage. So what happens is the salt, when it runs through the plates, there's an electrolysis charge that goes back and forth from the plates, and that's what. So salt's real corrosive. So when the salt runs through the plates, the electrolysis charge zaps the salt, and when the salt after that comes out, it's chlorinate. It makes chlorine
Oh,
that
okay,
way.
very cool.
Yeah,
healthier
it's
way, yeah.
very interesting. It's awesome that like somebody engineered and found out that can be done, because once you get it dialed in and your salt output and everything set, you won't mess with chlorine for the whole summer. As long as that thing's generating, your pool will be crystal clear.
Wow.
You'll know when that goes bad, because you'll look outside one day, it'll start getting cloudy, the next day, and then finally it's like, oh my gosh, my pool's like cloudy and green.
Okay.
That's when you know. And then you check your salt, and if your salt's good, then you know you either have a bad cell or a bad board.
Okay.
And the cells are roughly $1,000.
Okay.
So, and you want to clean it once a year, that salt cell. So you're probably going to need to get a cleaning. We sell it at our shop. It's a stand that has a union on it, because those are unions. So you take your pliers, your channel locks, loosen it, pull it out, and then this stand has a union. It sits upright, and you take our either muriatic acid and water or use cell cleaner, and you dump it down in that salt cell, and you let it sit for 30 minutes. And once 30 minutes is done, you rinse the cell off, take the stand off, and then put it back in the pipe.
Got it. It's like a cleaning.
It is about once a year.
I should
It's,
probably do that pretty soon after I get it all done.
do it after you get it all together. Yeah, after you get
See if it
everything.
even works.
Well, I'm pretty sure, because right now, I tested your salt at my pen at 1900. I went into your box and did diagnostics, which is where it sends a ping back and forth to the cell.
And
So
it's
so that's like you're within 1,000 or less.
So it's good.
So, oh yeah, it's almost spot on.
Sweet.
And actually, if you clean that cell, that number may even come closer.
Okay.
That could be just, it's got a little corrosion on it.
Sure.
But even reading that close tells me that the salt cell's at least reading fairly close with the
Sweet.
water.
All right.
So we can, now we can try to do some vacuuming here. If you have any other questions down here.
Nope.